There we go.
By the way, I've never laughed so much at a council meeting from the start. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is what I'm doing. And everybody says they're not using the rainbow to indoctrinate children and this and that. And that's a bunch of crap. I was disgusted to see today that one of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence was arrested for masturbating.
Excuse me, James. Could we hold the side conversation because it's hard to understand him? Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Anyway, I was disgusted to see one of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence was caught masturbating and exposing himself in Lolita today. It was an article from John Shiv. And so I went on his Facebook page, and one of the things I see is a rainbow that says "got consent" on it, like "got milk." I mean, it's pretty obvious what that means. Who else you're not going to consent from an adult anyway. Then another, he's got a meme on there. It starts out with a kid's pacifier, then it goes to a kid's lollipop, and then a popsicle, and then to a full-grown man's penis. And it says kids have been in training for this their whole life. And there's all kinds of other crap on there with devil horns and all kinds of indoctrination and grooming crap. And this, like I said, is a member of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. I mean, that kind of shows you right there how they're shoving it and how they're going after children. And I've about had enough of it. I've had enough of people defending it. It's right in your face. There's no denying it. It's sickening. If you're queer, that's great with me. I don't need to know about it. Keep it in your bedroom. You don't need to be going after the children with it. And I'm not going to stop fighting against it. I'm sick of it. Enough is enough of it.
It's this hot weather,
I did
friends.
my ears in. Those M1 rifles, they're terrible. Anyway, my name is Charles Wilson.
Hi, Mr. Wilson.
My wife talks to a lot of people. I calculate she's talked about 45 to 50,000 people in the last 6 years. Okay, now, the COVID nonsense came. We had the flu stuff before that. But I notice in the latest people that we've talked to, I'd say 80% of them have had their own experience. Before it was always like, oh, conspiracy theory. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But these are people that had their own experience. They had the Guillain-Barré paralysis. They had all the different things that happened to them, but it's their own experience. So I would say, by my own calculation, 80% of these people have experienced something they do not like about the vaccines. So the thing is, the first time round, you got 60% of the people in Humboldt County taking the vaccines. You threatened to fire them. You threatened to take away their kids, threatened to not let them go to school, not go to college, not graduate to college, not even get a piece of paper from the college because you didn't take the vaccine. So the thing is, this is not going to happen the next time. You can see it in the political game that they play. They're going to have another pandemic so that because they tried it out the first time. You have this fear, the hate, and then the control. But the thing is, the next time, it's not going to work as well because a lot of people, you had 60% before, but 80% of those people are not going to take it this time, even if you're threatening them to do all these political games with them. So anyway, that's our experience in talking to all these people. And I talk to we see this stuff on the excess deaths, in other words, which is another thing that's not explained by anybody. Denmark, Finland, Norway, UK, Australia, New Zealand, all have this kind of excess deaths. So I asked the health department, what about excess deaths? I don't want to find out. I want to find out information. So their response is they never heard of it. So, I mean, what am I supposed to think about how good the health department is? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Hello, everybody.
Hello and welcome, Genevieve.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, same old thing. I talked about the COVID, say, stay away from the shop. We will match you all the time. They say, you're so cute. I say, hey, stay away from the jab. So same old thing, but they're coming though. WHO want us to take it by 2024. If we are joining, we have to take it or you don't go anywhere. I talked to doctor yesterday or day before. She said, "Your conspiracy. Everything is conspiracy." I was truth is coming out. The other side is a conspiracy, but we are the conspiracy. Hey, we all saw the fire in Hawaii. I cannot buy any more new outfit. I can buy it over there to give me discount. Too bad. This beautiful city, boom, turns to dust when a blue sky. I'll let you figure out what happened. People say it's a direct energy weaponry. We think about it. But anyway, so they all turn into dust. How are you going to check it? The DNA. So they have a statement say, the remain through the fire who melt metal. So that's a pretty good statement. So you're not pieces, right? So now talk about, the unisex bathrooms. They say in East Coast you have unisex bathroom. But anyway, I have a friend, 63 years old. She say, be careful. When you're a woman, she won't go to motor stock bathroom. That's sure. But you come and say yes. A lot of people going yes. But if you want by yourself, a motor stock, don't go in there. She only go to single one. But I have experienced that in co-op. A guy dressed up like a woman, he was there washing his hands. I don't know how long he was there. I go in there, do my business, and the young girl go in there, do his business, come out. I say, I got to report that. So the manager said, nothing I can do about it. I say, you had to do something. You see somebody, you say, woman bathroom is out of order, something like that. So I called the next day. And then the woman manager, this time's up. But anyway, I know, but so be careful. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Genevieve. Hello, Mr. Parr. Welcome.
And hello to you all. I said last week that I was done with the butt porker, but this new development where one of your favorite sons has been arrested for publicly exposing himself in a lewd manner and whatnot. After everything y'all said about no, these guys are all completely up above board and just as pure as the dew-driven snow. And I just wonder if y'all going to get a GoFundMe up for his defense or something or whatever. But at any rate, the whole thing about the butt porker was that I see the whole focus on the trans issue and all that as a diversion from the actual operation of what's going on in the government. And so, considering that, I was pleased and honored to be able to turn that back around on you and give you all an opportunity to display your tolerance and inclusiveness. And instead, you chose to expose your hatred and your intolerance and your prejudice and your bigotry. And I was really happy to see that the thing went viral and you guys got to be exposed to millions of people. I hope you're happy. It's not the way that I wanted Eureka to be publicized, but there you have it. You did it. You got it. Work with it. Beyond that, this whole thing, I don't know why anybody would be upset about that petition. Basically, what he's trying to do is keep y'all from destroying Old Town and downtown. How anyone could possibly think, and like I said last time, that goofy survey that the manager mentioned that was undertaken 5 years ago, where he said that the citizens of Eureka said they wanted more housing and less parking. That was not a mandate to destroy Old Town. It's an underhanded move. It's disingenuous, and y'all really need to rethink it. That petition is not spurious. That petition is serious. It's a serious matter addressing the future of Old Town and downtown. It's not going to work riding electric scooters up to where you want to have dinner or shop or whatever. Nobody's going to park on 7th Street or M Street or L Street and ride an electric scooter or your little glorified golf cart up to where they want to eat or shop and then expect to ride back and find the windows of the car not knocked out. How you could possibly believe that that's going to work is beyond me. It takes a level of delusion that is scary to see in people who have been elected to represent the community. I cannot fathom the delusion.
Thank you, Mr. Parr. Thanks for being here. We have Ash Teeter.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Yeah, I want to talk about a few weeks ago, I went to the Disability Pride event, and it wasn't quite what I expected. It was advertised as a disability-driven event in the mayor's announcement and through the flyer that Leslie put out. But within 10 minutes of recording the event, just walking around to the various tables to see what they had to offer, I was instructed to stop recording because it was a quote queer space or a quote queer disabled space. I was told that I was guilty by association for hateful things that other people had said, and that was enough to bar me from recording this public event, because it's on private property also. The Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence were present at this event, and I only bring this up because, like, James and Stephen before me mentioned that one of their members was, recently made the news, as reported by John Shiv. Clinton Elmore Gillis was arrested for indecent exposure. So should someone like Gillis be welcomed at children's events while I am barred from filming them? Like myself, are people who associate with Gillis guilty by association of his actions? There is an image that was described earlier on Facebook that depicts, a pacifier, then a lollipop, then a popsicle, and then an adult male genitalia, stating that, shh, it's okay. You've been preparing for this your whole life. Does this validate concern, what has been voiced by local parents? Local parents who also commented that at the Disability Pride, it kind of seemed like it could be considered grooming itself because of how it was falsely advertised. And there is the potential for there being, children with, mental handicaps there, just being exposed to, a bunch of LGBT content at tables. Though it may not have been intentional, that's what some people interpreted it as.